Hello, Miss Diaz. Hello, my friend. Thank you for the opportunity that given to us. In this video, we would like to explain about simple future tense. But first, let me introduce my friends, member of this presentation. There are Ayu Putri, Rian Nirmala, Nanda Adi, Ini, Rani Pratiwi, Febrianti, Indah Pratiwi, Rizka Dewi. And now, let's move to the topic. Simple future tense. What is simple future tense? Simple future tense is a verb tense that used to talk about things that have not happened yet. Or we can say simple future tense is used to talk about an action or condition that will begin and end in the future. Jadi bisa dikatakan simple future tense adalah kalimat yang menyatakan atau menjelaskan tentang kejadian yang belum atau akan terjadi dan akan berakhir di masa mendatang. Time signal. Time signal atau penanda waktu yang bisa digunakan dalam simple future tense ada tomorrow, later, soon, tonight, next week, next month, next year. So time signal is a characteristic from simple future tense. And next, we'll continue by Miss Rani.
Okay, I will continue the next material. So another characteristic from simple future tense help to type. There are, will, and be going to. Jadi di mana di simple future tense ini memiliki dua tipe, yaitu will dan be going to. Will and be going to have the same meaning. Will dan be going to itu memiliki arti yang sama, yaitu akan. And here I will explain with the different in use. Jadi di sini saya akan menjelaskan bagaimana penggunaannya. The first, I will explain will. In will, we use verbal based on the verb. Di verbal ini kita menggunakan kata kerja. And nominal or non-verb. Use other than verb like noun, adjective, and adverb. Jadi, di nominal ini tidak menggunakan kata kerja, tetapi menggunakan kata benda, kata sifat, dan kata keterangan. And the second, I will explain be going to. Be is a to be. Jadi, yang kedua itu ada be going to, yang dimana be-nya itu berarti to be. And to be used is divided into three. There are, is, I'm, and are. Is used for she, he, and it. I'm used for I, and are used for you, they, and we. Jadi di mana di sini dijelaskan bahwa to be itu dibagi menjadi 3 bagian, yaitu ada is, I'm, dan are. Is ini dapat digunakan oleh she, he, dan it. I'm itu dapat digunakan oleh I, dan are itu dapat digunakan oleh you, they, dan we. Function of will is first, express a future action decided at the moment of speaking. Second, express a prediction based on personal opinion or experience. And the third, express a future fact. And the function of be going to is the first, express a future plan decided before the moment of speaking. The second, express a prediction based on the present evidence. And the third, expressing something that is about to happen. The next material will be continued by Rizka.
Okay, I will tell you the example of will and going to. The first is will. Will have 3 types. The first is simple future tense affirmative. The example is they will be here tomorrow morning. He will close the shop. The second is simple future tense negative atau kalimat negatif. The example is they will not be here tomorrow morning. He will not close the shop. And the last is simple future tense interrogative atau kalimat tanya. The example is will they be here tomorrow morning? And will he close the shop? Okay, the next will continue by Miss Indah.
Okay, next going to. Going to have 3 types. Number 1, simple future tense affirmative atau kalimat positif. Example number 1, we are going to leave tomorrow. Example number 2, Doni is going to be a doctor. Number 2, simple future tense negatif atau kalimat negatif. Example number 1, we are not going to leave tomorrow. Example number 2, Doni is not going to be a doctor. Number 3, simple future tense interrogative atau kalimat tanya. Example number 1, are we going to leave tomorrow? Example number 2, is Doni going to be a doctor? Okay, next we'll continue by Miss Febri.
All right, now I want to explain about formula of the will in the simple future tense. Will have two types. They are verbal and nominal. And for the first, I will to explain about verbal. For the positive sentence, we can use formula subject plus will plus verb 1 plus object. Jadi ketika kita menggunakan rumus verbal, untuk kalimat positif kita dapat menggunakan subject, lalu diikuti dengan will, lalu diikuti dengan kata benda, lalu diikuti dengan objek. Dan for the next, for the negative sentence, we can use subject plus will, plus not, plus verb 1, plus object. Jadi untuk kalimat negatif, kita bisa menggunakan rumus verbal, yaitu subject, diikuti dengan will, lalu diikuti dengan not, lalu diikuti dengan kata kerja, lalu diikuti dengan objek. And for the interrogative sentence, we can use will plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. Jadi untuk kalimat interrogatif, kita bisa menggunakan will diletakkan di depan, lalu diikuti dengan subjek, lalu diikuti dengan kata benda, lalu diikuti dengan objek. And for the next, I will explain about formula of nominal. For the positive sentence, we can use subject plus will plus be plus noun or adjective or adverb. Jadi, untuk rumus kalimat positif untuk nominal, kita bisa menggunakan rumus subject, lalu diikuti dengan will, lalu diikuti dengan be, lalu diikuti dengan kata benda, kata sifat, atau kata keterangan. And for the second, for the negative sentence, we can use subject plus will plus not plus be plus noun or adjective or adverb. Jadi untuk kalimat negatif, kita bisa menggunakan rumus subject plus will plus not, lalu diikuti dengan be, lalu diikuti dengan kata benda, kata sifat atau kata keterangan. And for the interrogative sentence, we can use formula will plus subject plus be plus noun or adjective or adverb. Jadi untuk kalimat interrogatif atau kalimat tanya untuk nominal kita bisa menggunakan rumus will diletakkan di depan, setelah itu diikuti dengan subjek, lalu diikuti dengan be, lalu diikuti dengan kata benda, kata sifat, dan kata keterangan. And the next material will be explained by Miss Ayudhya.
Okay, for the next is the formula of be going to. There are also two types of the formula of be going to. The first is verbal form. For the affirmative sentence, the formula is subject plus to be plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. So to be that are used here is, am, and are. The second one is negative sentence. The formula is subject plus to be is MR plus not plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. The last is the interrogative sentence. So in this sentence, the position of subject and to be are changed. There is to be plus subject plus going to plus verb 1 plus object and question mark. In this sentence, to be is in front of the sentence. Jadi untuk kalimat tanya ini, to be berada di depan, baru diikuti oleh subjek, going to, verb 1, object, dan question mark atau tanda tanya. So for the second form is nominal or non-verb. For the affirmative sentence, the formula is subject plus to be plus going to be plus noun or adjective or adverb. The second is negative sentence. The formula is subject to be plus not plus going to be plus noun plus adjective or adverb. The last is interrogative sentence. The formula is to be plus subject plus going to be plus noun or adjective or adverb plus question mark. Don't forget to use question mark in interrogative sentence. The next material will be explained by Ms. Ayu Putri.
Okay, I will explain about extra information. Going to is usually used for informal conversation or writing. Sometimes going to is abbreviated to make it shorter. For example, I will, I'll, she will, she'll, we will not, we won't. This abbreviation is used for non-formal writing. If you are writing formal text, it is better not to use abbreviation. Jadi maksudnya, kita bisa saja menyingkat kata dari will, tapi kata ini digunakan dalam konteks non-formal. Ingat, dalam konteks non-formal. Misalnya, bicara dengan teman atau orang terdekat. So next, in modern English, will is perfect to shall. Shall is mainly used with I and we to make an offer or suggestion, or to ask for advice with the other person. You, she, he, they. Shall is only used in literacy or poetic situation. Jadi maksudnya kata will itu lebih sering digunakan daripada shall. Sebenarnya mereka mempunyai arti yang sama, tetapi shall lebih sopan daripada will. Biasanya shall digunakan dalam puisi. Next will be continued by my friend, Mr. Nanda Ari.
Okay, that's all our explanation about simple future tense. We hope you understand about simple future tense after you watch this video. And also we have some quiz for you. If you want to know how well do you understand about simple future tense, you can click the link in the description box below to join the quiz. So if you still not understand about simple future tense, you can write down into the comment and you can ask which one do you still not understand. So next will be continued by Epa.
So that's all about our presentation. Thank you for watching.